How's it going, everybody? How you all doing? Really well, and welcome to today's video, which, as you can tell, I'm sure by the title, is a ratings prediction one for FIFA 19. Today we're going to be focusing on the team that I support, Manchester City. I hope you all do enjoy this. If you do, love to hear from you in the comment section down below your thoughts on the ratings that are given to the players. It's always very, very difficult with these because, you know, EA, as we all know, can be pretty unpredictable. But if you do enjoy it, I'd also love to know what team or what group of players you would love to see me do next. So make sure to leave that in the comment section down below as well. But without any further ado, we're going to cut away from the webcam. We're going to focus on the cards. Let's get stuck into this. So we're going to be looking at the team from back to front, starting off with the goalkeepers, that means of course, and we're going to be looking at the main players in the squad, so to speak. So for the goalkeepers starting things, we've got Edison and Claudio Bravo, respectively the number 1 and number 2 goalkeepers in the squad. Edison, the one I think most people will be interested in, ended up finishing last year as an 84 in FIFA, of course got the upgrade to the 84 rated card, and Claudio Bravo, who's an 82 rated, of course only tends to see cup run action nowadays. But if we look at the FIFA 19 cards that I've given him, you can see I've actually upgraded Edison and downgraded Bravo. We'll speak about Edison the most because he's the one I think most people are going to be interested in my reasoning for. We've pushed him up to an 85, so another one up from his upgraded card from last year, and it was a very tough decision, as it is with a lot of the players in the squad actually. When someone's had an upgrade in the previous year, it's difficult to say if they're going to stay the same or they're going to go up again, which is usually what happens with them. And but Edison, I've decided to push him up by 1, and the main reason for that was his kicking. Now, his kicking on his 84 rated card in FIFA 18 is 84. I've put that up by another 4 to 88, which I think is more than reasonable. I think he's one of the best passers of the ball for goalkeepers in world football, if not the best passer. He's got the world record for the longest kick from out of the hands from a goalkeeper in the world. So I think it's only fair that we push up his kicking up to an 88, and I even considered putting it a bit higher than that. But we settled at 88. We also pushed up his handling by 1 to 79, and his diving by 2 from 81 to 83. But yeah, 85, he kind of sounds a bit high rated to me a little bit, but at the same time, I think he would deserve it. He had a fantastic season for City last season, and yeah, definitely made it down for himself as one of the best goalkeepers in world football right now. Looking at Claudio Bravo, kind of the opposite. Edison's obviously up and coming right now, starting to make his way. Bravo on the decline, of course, had a horrendous season a couple of years ago, and he didn't particularly do anything wrong this season, but he didn't get much action, and I think you're slowly going to start to see him decline now on FIFA. I think the pattern EA usually go with is to decline players as they get on in age, unless they're tearing up the record book still, and, you know, really proving they have got some ability. But Bravo isn't the case there. We've changed him to an 80 rated card, so down by 2, taking his diving down by 1 from 80 to 79. Left his reflexes the same, positioning is 77 on his FIFA 18 card, down by 2 to 75 on his FIFA 19 card, and we've taken his kicking down by a couple to 85, which is still very good for a goalkeeper, but not what it once was. His handling we've also taken down by 1 from 80 to 79, but 80 overall, Edison 85. Let me know what you think of that down below, guys, and we're going to move on to the defenders. So now we're going to be moving on to the defence, and to start off with, we're going to be focusing on the centre-back. So Vincent Kompany, an 85 rated card on FIFA 18, Aymeric Laporte 84, Otamendi 85, he of course got upgraded, and as did John Stones, who is an 80 rated card. You can see now my FIFA 19 predictions will be flashing up, and at the face of it, it may seem like I've not made many changes, but we have tweaked some of the individual cards. So looking from left to right, starting things off with Vincent Kompany, 85 rated, I've retained that. Again, very, very difficult decision. Of course, he's been so injury prone, but when he was in the team last season, towards the end of it, he had a great run and showed that he still has got ability. I've knocked down his pace by 1, and I have fiddled with a couple of other stats. We've changed his defending from 84 to 85, and also pushed his physical from 82 to 83. However, we haven't changed his overall. I was a bit tempted to take him down by 1, but I don't think he deserves the downgrade. I think he's going to hold his own at 85. And another player that I've kept exactly the same, Aymeric Laporte. Didn't see too much game time last season, but again, I have changed some of his stats. His pace has remained the same, as has his dribbling and his shooting. But where we have changed it is his passing, which we've taken up by 2. I think we saw when he did play for City, he was very competent at playing out with the ball. That's something, of course, you're going to notice a lot more for defenders playing for City because of the way that we do play. I have taken his defending down from 86 to 84. 86 defending defending is very, very high, and to me, he didn't do anything to really justify having defending that high. However, 84 still very, very decent defending, and his physical we've taken from 78 to 79. Nicolas Otamendi had a fantastic, fantastic season. I was very tempted to upgrade him to 86, but performances for Argentina were a bit mixed, and he has still got a mistake in him, I do feel like. So we've kept him at 85, still a very high rated centre back. Of course, he did get the upgrade to that in FIFA 18. Stats wise, again, we've changed it around a little bit. His defending has come from 85 to 86, and his physical from 82 to 83. The rest of the stats remaining pretty much the same. His passing, I thought about taking him up from 61, but we kept exactly as it was, and again retaining that 85 rating overall. John Stones I've actually taken up by 2, something that a few people might think is a bit controversial, but bear in mind he had a fantastic World Cup in my opinion for England, and before he got injured for City this season just gone, he was playing week in, week out and playing some quality football. I really hope he gets a chance to start again at the start of next season. Stats wise, we've taken his pace up by 1, his defending has gone up to 83 from 81, and his physical from 78 to 79. Passing also decided to take up a little bit, I say a little bit, quite a big increase actually, from 70 to 75. One of his main attributes, John Stones, is his ball playing, and yeah, I think he did deserve that big. I think he's going to get an upgrade in that area. Whether it's by 5, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, overall, I've given him an 82 rated card, so the biggest increase, in fact, the only increase overall in the centre backs, and one that I think is well deserved. But after that, we're going to move on to the fullbacks. So as you've just seen, the centre-backs for the main part have stayed pretty much the same in my predictions. However, where there is a little bit of interesting movement is in the full-back region. As you can see on the screen, we've got Danilo 78 rated from FIFA 18, Fabian Delph 77 rated, but of course a centre-mid, not where he played the majority of his football last season, as you will all know. Benjamin Mendy, left-back 78 rated, and Kyle Walker 84 rated, right back. And you're going to see my FIFA 19 predictions flashing up right now. Danilo and Kyle Walker have kept the same rating. Danilo, I don't think too much needs to be said about him. He didn't do amazing, but he didn't do bad. Certainly deserves not to get a downgrade, but doesn't deserve an upgrade either. Kyle Walker, I've changed a little bit. He had a very, very good season, and I was tempted to push him up to an 85, but I did think 85 just sounded a little bit too crazy when you put that into perspective of the best fullbacks in the world on the game. So we've kept him at 84, a couple of little tweaks. Pace remains the same, but his defending at 81, we've taken up to 83, and his physical 83 to match it. Passing, we've also taken up by 1 to 76, but the rest of the cards staying the same. Where the changes come are with Fabian Delph and Benjamin Mendy. So we'll start off with Benjamin Mendy, because I think this one might be a bit more controversial. Taking him up by 2 to an 80 rated left back, and I think it's going to be a bit controversial because he didn't play much last season, but I think he was criminally underrated on FIFA 18 to begin with. Did get an upgrade despite the fact he didn't play much, and I think you're going to see him build on that upgrade again to an 80 rated card. Although he didn't play a lot, when he did, he was absolutely fantastic, a real man mountain. You can see I've taken his pace up by 1 from 82 to 83. He's defending from 74 to 77, but where the big increases come is in the physical department, where we've taken him from a 79. How Benjamin Mendy has got only 79 physical on FIFA 18, I don't know. The guy is an absolute machine when it comes to strength and his stature in general. So we've taken that up by 4 from 79 to 83. We've left the rest of the card the same, but like I say, up by 2 to 80. Potentially a little bit controversial, but I do think 80 rated is what beats his ability in reality a lot more than... I mean, I think he started off there as a 76 on FIFA 18, which is just criminal, as I say. And the final fullback that we're going to be looking at is Fabian Delph, 77 rated last year as a central midfielder. I've taken him up by 2 again, just like Mendy, up to a 79 and to a left wing back, so a position change as well. With that, there's some big changes. His defending I've taken up by 7 from 68 to 75. His pace we've kept the same at 74, and his physical we've pushed up by 1 from 75 to 76. Dribbling is still very, very nice at 82 for a fullback, and his passing at 75 we've taken up by 2 from 73 on his FIFA 18 card. But quite a drastic change in how his card looks, especially with the position change. But let's not forget, Fabian Delph last season was an absolute revelation and fully deserves his upgrade in my opinion. But like I said, fullback's a bit more interesting, some major changes in there with Fabian Delph and Mendy going up by a couple each. Let me know again what you think of those in the comment section, and we're now going to move on to the midfield. So the first 4 central midfielders that we're going to be taking a look at are all central based ones. Moving from left to right, we've got 91 rated Kevin De Bruyne, of course had an upgrade in FIFA 18, as did David Silva, who's now an 89 rated, Ilkay Gundogan, who was 85 rated from the get-go, and Fernandinho, who had the huge upgrade in FIFA 18, which makes him now an 85 rated card. Very well deserved as our Fernandinho, a criminally underrated player by a lot of people in real life, in my opinion. But you can see my FIFA 19 predictions flashing up now and again. There is a few changes in here. We're going to start off with Ilkay Gundogan, who's the first downgrade. No, in fact, it's the second downgrade we've had so far, forgive me, after Claudio Bravo. We've taken him down to an 84 from his 85 rated card in FIFA 18, sorry. So down by 1, so not a massive downgrade. It's a bit of a strange one because I don't think he did a lot wrong last season. I just think he was a bit overrated in the game from the get-go. So we've taken his pace down by 3 from 71 to 68. He's dribbling down by 1 to an 86. His physical was at 71. We've taken that down to a 70, and his passing we've taken up by 1 from 83 to 84. But yeah, I don't think he necessarily did a lot wrong last season. I just think he was a bit overrated from the get-go. Fernandinho, on the other hand, we've kept exactly the same at 85 rated. We have changed his stats around a little bit. I think defending 80 rated on his 85 rated card is far too low. We've pushed that up by 3 to 83. His physical also up by 1 to 82, and his passing by 1 to 81. Everything else we've kept exactly the same again. 85 I think is a very fair rating for Fernandinho, a great midfielder. I just think his individual stats need changing around a little bit, but we've got a couple of big upgrades on the left hand side of the screen. Starting off with David Silva, I think he deserves a 90 rated card. I think he deserves to be part of the 90 rated club. I said it about Fernandinho, I think this guy is criminally underrated by a lot of people in modern football. I think people underestimate what exactly he brings to the Man City team, and I've tried to reflect that with some of the stat increases that I've given to him. His pace is staying the same at 68. He's dribbling at 89. I think it's also very fair, very high dribbling. He's fantastic on the ball in reality. 63 physical staying the same, 39 defending staying the same. His shooting has to go up on last season because he's got, well, he had, sorry, his best goal scoring season in a Man City shirt. So we've taken that from 74 to 77. Probably, I'd imagine, actually the best goal scoring season of his career, full stop. But we've also taken his passing up significantly from 88 to 91. A fantastic pass with the ball, David Silva. That's exactly what he's known for, and yeah, I think he deserves to be in that 90 rated club. I've also changed him actually from a cam to a centre mid because that's where he played the majority of his football last season, but he could still be a cam, you know, not too much difference there obviously. But Kevin De Bruyne is another player, the final one in the centre mids that we're looking at that we've decided to upgrade. A big call this one, he got that upgrade to 91. I think he deserves to be 92 rated though. I'm an absolute fanboy of this guy, I'm not going to hide that. I think he's the best central midfielder in world football right now. His vision and passing is second to none, and what he brings to Manchester City is just, you can't underestimate it. Everything goes through him and David Silva in the middle of the park, and yeah, I think he deserves that 92 rated. Had an unreal season, had a pretty decent World Cup for Belgium as well. Wasn't incredible, but showed flashes of exactly what he was capable of in the season that had gone before it. And yeah, individually, we've kept his stats pretty similar for the main part. His pace is stayed the same at 76. Dribbling remained the same at 87. Physical, we've taken up by a couple to 78. The main increases have come in the passing department, where we've taken his passing from 90 up to 93. I think this guy, Kevin De Bruyne, is the best passer in world football, so I've had to give him a stat to reflect that 93. Again, some of you guys might think that's controversial. Tony Kroos is also definitely up there in the conversation, but when you look at some highlights and watch him week in, week out, some of the passes that he makes are just unbelievable. So we've pinged that up to 93. His shooting we kept the same at 85, but yeah, overall up to 92. Again, there's a couple in that I think a few of you might be questioning, so again, let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. But now we're going to move on to the wingers. So the penultimate group of players that we're going to be looking at are going to be the wingers, as you can see in the background now. Going from left to right, we've got Bernardo Silva, who's an 84 rated right mid on FIFA 18. Riyad Mahrez, the new boy, just joined from Leicester for 60 million, also an 84 rated right mid. We've got Raheem Sterling, guess what, 84 rated right winger. And then we've got Leroy Sané on the left-hand side, 84 rated as well. Of course, Sané and Sterling absolutely instrumental in us hitting those 100 points in the Premier League last season. Both were absolutely phenomenal throughout, and that's going to be reflected in the ratings that I've given them. So going from left to right, as you see the predictions flash up on the screen now, Bernardo Silva and Mahrez I've kept exactly the same, both at 84 rated. Bernardo Silva's card I've kept exactly as it was for FIFA 18. He had a good season, not a great season, doesn't deserve an upgrade in my opinion, but doesn't deserve to go down either. Riyad Mahrez exactly the same, performed very well for Leicester. I've reflected that with a couple of boosts. His shooting going from 76 to 78 and his passing going up by 1 as well from 79 to 80. But overall, 84 I think is fair for Mahrez. Undoubtedly a very talented player, but not quite ready to go above an 84 yet, in my opinion. Let's hopefully he can do that this season with his performances for us. But yeah, Sterling and Sane, again, I'm sure we're going to cause some question marks in the comment section down below. But you've got to remember, like I said, they were instrumental in what has been a fantastic season, or what was a fantastic season for City last year. Raheem Sterling will start with. I think this is going to be the one that you guys question the most out of the entire video, really. I've put him up by 1 to an 85. Had an increase and upgrade, of course, in FIFA 18 to the 84. I just think he deserves to go up again. I think he was so good last season that I don't think you can question him going up again. But I will admit, 85 does look kind of high rated for Raheem Sterling. It's kind of bizarre. You can see on his card stats individually, we've got his pace up by 1 at 94. His shooting has been the main increase, going from 74 to 77. Of course, scored over 20 goals last season for us. Passing going from 76 to 79 as well. The rest of the card remaining exactly the same. But yeah, I think that is the one that you guys are going to question the most. Another big increase, +2, Leroy Sane. What a player. What a player, guys. Got the Young Player of the Year award, of course, in the Premier League last season. I've put him up by 2 from 84, which is an upgraded card in FIFA 18 to 86. Pace up by 1. He's already 94, but 95 pace I don't think is even going over the top. He's absolutely insanely quick. Dribbling, I've taken up by 2 again from 86 to 88. Again, fantastic on the ball. Physical, I've kept at 72. Defending is remaining the same at 34. Shooting, I've kept the same at 79, and his passing I've also taken up. Sorry, passing I've taken up from 76 to 79, and yeah, shooting has remained the same as well. But yeah, phenomenal player. I think if there's 2 players in the City squad that are likely to ever win the Ballon d'Or, I think you're looking at Kevin De Bruyne or Leroy Sane. He's such a young player. Sane has such amazing potential. I'd like to see him also get a skill move star increase from 3-star to 4-star. I don't think that would be undeserved either. I think he deserves the 4-star skills. But yeah, they're the wingers. Let me know again down below what you think. And yeah, we're going to move on to the strikers to end off the video. So here we are at the end of the video then, guys. As we said, we're going to finish things off with the strikers. Only the 2 to cover, of course. We've got Sergio Aguero, 89 rated in FIFA 18, and Gabriel Jesus, who ended up with the 83 rated card after an upgrade partway through the year. It's kind of interesting, because a lot of people say this is where Man City need to strengthen in reality, because only 2 strikers, you know, one gets injured, you could be looking at a pretty troublesome time. But the next one down after these 2 is Lucas Nemecha, who's a bit of a, well, he plays in the youth team essentially, so that is somewhere that I could definitely look to strengthen. In terms of predictions, it's actually not too exciting, I'm afraid. We've kept them both exactly the same rating-wise. Aguero keeping at 89 rating, and Jesus the 83. We've kept Jesus' card exactly the same. He had a pretty disappointing World Cup, I think it's fair to say. Didn't manage to net at all for Brazil. But I don't think that's going to have too much of an influence on his card. Still had a decent season for City. Did well when he was called upon, and of course has got an absolutely incredible amount of potential. Really top young player. Aguero, again, we've kept him the same, 89 rated. We have tweaked his card slightly. His pace going down from 87 to 86. Shooting up by 1 from 88 to 89. And physical up a couple from 72 to 74. I think his physical actually is something that's often overlooked with Aguero. He's very strong on the ball, especially for a guy of his height. Not the tallest, but really knows how to hold on to the ball very well. But like I say, not the most exciting end with those 2 staying the same rating wise. That is going to end off the video though. This has actually been a bit longer than expected, to be honest. It's probably approaching the 20-minute mark now, I think, in terms of video length. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. As I mentioned at the very start, let me know what team you'd like me to look at next, and I'll see what I can do about that. But yeah, that's going to end it off. I hope you all did enjoy. I will speak to you all in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Nidge out.